Hello, friends. This is Jims of the Jims TV. Thank you for stopping by and you're welcome. So you're welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to be making pizza. Usually, I'll show you as I'm in the process, but today I'm just going to show you first, and that's because things are going to be a little different in this video. So, I do not have a pizza pan, and no, this is not my first time of making pizza. It just so happened that I just kept postponing the need to buy a pizza pan just because I felt it was not necessary. But the fact that I was going to be filming this today just gave me the vim to go and get a pizza pan. Yeah, so I'm going to prepare the dough, leave it in the oven. The oven, because the oven is a bit warm. We're in summer, right? So it's a bit warm. Just look for a warm place, put it in. It's going to sit for between 30 minutes to 2 hours. Yeah, because I've seen a video where a woman actually left her pizza dough for 30 minutes because they didn't have time to wait. So I'm going to leave it in the oven, go and get a pizza pan, come back and finish the process. But in the meantime, we're just going to be gisting about summer in the US. So right now we're in August. I would say, yeah, we're still in summer actually. We're actually still in summer. So one of the characteristics of summer here is that we have longer days and shorter nights. So it starts getting bright around 6ish, 6:30. It starts getting really bright, and it's very interesting to see. And then the sun doesn't go down. The sun doesn't go down until sometimes. Right now it's past 6 p.m. and the weather is still pretty good. Okay, it's still pretty good. Sometimes it's still bright up to around 8:30 p.m. So even before I got here, I was told that you have to learn discipline such that when it's night time, when you're supposed to be sleeping or doing certain things, don't look at the weather to do it. Look at your wristwatch. Look at your wristwatch to do it. Don't depend on the weather because it can get really deceptive. And yeah, you will know that, and it has happened to me a number of times, even though I was warned before. So sometimes I won't even know it's already past 8. Then I'll be doing things that I ought to have done around 5, 6 because I was looking at the weather. So yeah, don't be like me. But yeah, let me show you the ingredients for the toppings, pizza toppings. So pizza is a kind of creative thing or dish. Do whatever I want to do, put whatever I want to put, as far as it makes you happy. Just have fun. So we have red bell pepper, green bell pepper. I had some broccoli in the fridge. Can you see how small it is? So yeah, it won't go to waste. I'm going to be adding some broccoli. I'm going to be adding some onions. I guess it's optional. We're going to be using, okay, for the toppings, still on the toppings, I'll be using ground beef. Don't worry, I'm not now coming to make this. It's rock frozen. I already have one I made some days ago, so I'm just going to be using it. I made like a ground beef sauce, so I'm just going to use it. So this is 100% ground beef. This is from Aldi, in case you're wondering. This is from Aldi. Then for my tomato base, I'm going to be using this tomato basil pasta sauce. It's from Aldi as well. Aldi, once you see simply nature, just know it's Aldi. Then we have salt. Then we have flour. Then we have yeast. My yeast is proofing. Can you see? It's proofing nicely. I used this yeast, active dry yeast. You can use instant yeast. I think there's also pizza yeast. I don't know, but I'm just sticking to what I know. Charlie, I beg. Then of course our cheese. This is mozzarella. It's from Aldi as well. Simple nature. Mozzarella is shredded. Typically I will not buy shredded cheese just because there's an addition of cellulose, which is not really necessary. Cellulose is an anti-caking agent, just helps it, prevents it from kicking. So I think it's best to buy your block of cheese and grate it. But because of convenience, and when I'm making pizza, I just feel for convenience sake, for convenience, buy it for convenience, but don't make it a habit, I guess. Then this is cheddar cheese. I think mozzarella has the most stretch. Cheese experts, let me know in the comment section. use as much cheese as you want. It's your pizza. You're making it at home. That's the beauty of making your pizza at home, because you can determine what goes into your food and what it's all about. Yeah. So you guys, for those of you who don't know, here, okay, no, let's start from back home in Africa, in Nigeria, for instance, and Ghana. I can speak for those two countries. We have only three kinds of seasons. We have summer, which is almost all year round. Then we have rainy season. I'm going to be using 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. Then we have Hamatan, which comes around December, January time. I think November. Is it November? Maybe end of November. But I know December, January. We have a little bit of Hamatan. Hamatan is our cold season. It's dry. It's really cold, and yeah, you find us wearing sweater. Those of us going to school, those of us at home, you won't put on the air condition. Everywhere will just be really dry and cold. So we don't joke with our Hamatan. Okay, it usually gets really cold. But here in the US, we have 4 seasons. There's the winter, there's the spring, there's the summer, and there's fall, right? So right now the summer is packing his bags small small. It's really interesting how this summer in this abroad is really hot. You guys, don't let anybody deceive you. So 1 teaspoon of salt. Don't let anybody deceive you. Summer here is really hot, can be really hot. It rains from time to time. Oh. In fact, there was one week it rained about 2 or 3 times that week. Heavy rain. No, I'm not talking showers of blessings. Serious heavy rain. So it gets really hot. Like yesterday, they warned us that it's going to be really really hot, and it was really hot, and I was out of the house. You people, story for another day. So yeah, it's really really hot. 1 teaspoon of salt can get really hot. That's why you see some people laying almost bare in the sun. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is olive oil. Use any oil of your choice. I'll be putting 2 teaspoons of oil. So yeah, so this abroad weather kind of made this scripture come alive. This scripture in Genesis 8:22 that says, while the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, winter and summer, day and night shall not cease. Back home we have just summer, we don't have winter. So scripture tells us, while the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat. We have cold back home and we have heat. Winter and summer. So we don't have winter, but we have summer. Day and night, of course, we have day and night back home. Shall not cease. It just makes you appreciate the scripture more. Not that, of course, when you're back home, you won't appreciate it. No, but it just brings it alive and makes you understand it in depthly. So I'm not saying that, because you're back home, you won't relate. No, I'm just saying, for instance, the winter part, we don't really know what winter feels like back home. It's until you go to the West, that's when you understand what winter is really like. So it just brings to perspective of what the scripture is trying to say, that there are seasons to life, there are seasons in life. Everyone has a season. Right now, I'm in a certain season in my life. I had to come to terms with it that this is a season. So I need to accept it and know what God is telling me at this point in time. See how nicely my yeast has bloomed. See how first. So how do you bloom your yeast? Just put warm water, not hot boiling water, bego. If not, you kill the yeast. It has to activate on something. So you need, or something has to activate it. So you put sugar, yeah, 1 sachet of yeast, warm water, and then so just put it in and just make your dough. Pizza is actually not difficult to make. Anyone can make it, to be honest. So just turn, 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 and knead. So as I was saying, everyone is in a season of life. So you need to know the season you are in. You need to appreciate the season you are in. What is God saying at this point in time in your life? What is He saying? What instruction is He giving you? And we need to make conscious effort. Not if you're not conscious of it, you need to make sure you're not looking at another person's journey. So because you're in a certain phase in your life, you think, oh, this is not the place you should be, and you're looking at somebody who was never in this your stage, quote and unquote, and you're trying to compare yourself with this person. No, 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 no. Everyone's race is different, my darling. Everyone's race is different. So you're going to need, so if it gets too sticky, you can add more flour, just so that you don't want a runny dough, you don't want a liquidy dough at the same time. Adding a little bit of flour, so if it gets too hard, you can loosen it up with a little bit of liquid, just freestyle it. Can you see it's still a bit sticky, but don't worry, we'll get there. This is, unfortunately, the more flour you add, you have to be careful, because you can end up now making it 3 cups. Do you get it? So you just have to be very careful. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm not a professional chef or anything like that. Just in case you want to use this recipe, but yeah, if it works for me, I guess you can also do it. So yeah, that's just my quick message to you guys. Walk with God, walk with him, know what he's saying at this particular time of your life, and in every step of the way, you have to learn. You have to learn. There'll be trials and temptations, but before you get out of it, what have you learned from it? How are you holding on to God? How are you trusting him? So yeah, a few minutes later, I've kneaded to the best of my ability, God helping me. Kneading is not for the weak, my darlings. So I've kneaded to the best of my ability. I'm just going to add a drizzle of olive oil, just to give it a bit of moisture, just a little. See, I'm going to time it together with you. In case you're asking how long I needed for, just knead till you feel it's good enough. It's not shaggy, it's not sticky, and it's not hard. It's just perfect. So yeah, just rub the olive oil on it, or the oil. I'm going to cover it for, this is 6:19 p.m. So when I bring it out of the oven, I'm going to let you know what time it is. So just cover it, because it needs warmth. And yeah, so I just realized that it's not everyone that knows about pizza, all these things. So I'm putting it there for it to rise, just double in size. That's the essence of putting it somewhere. So guys, I'll see you later. I'm going to get the pizza pan. Sounds like Peter Pan. No, I'm going to get the pizza pan, then come back to add all these beautiful toppings. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's so windy. See, it's drizzling. It's drizzling already. Can you see it? It's drizzling already. Hey, now wow. I didn't check the weather though. I just checked as I was coming into the car, and it says there's going to be a thunderstorm. Wow. Anyway. That's why it is important to follow your spirit. Follow the voice of God. Follow his instruction. Because I actually felt in my heart that I should just go directly to Target. But I was like, Maybe Kroger might have, you know. Now see, and it's raining. Now is not the time to be moving up and down. It's just wild. Clear case of disobedience. I like Kroger too. They surprised me with a lot of things. So I was just hoping that maybe this would be one of those days. But nah, I didn't see what I wanted anyway. But I'd been to Target, I think yesterday. Yes, yesterday. And I saw what I wanted. I would have just gone directly, just pick it up, pick exactly what I wanted. No, I didn't. So I want to be roaming up and down. Anyway, it gives the dough more time to proof, right? Yeah, right. I'm just wondering what kind of rain that was. Just disorientated someone for like good 10 minutes. Now it's drizzling a bit, but it's not bad. Now this is 7:05 p.m. See how the weather looks. I think it's looking a bit cloudy because of the rain. Not I think, it's because of the rain. If the rain wasn't falling, everything would still be okay. It's past 7 and everything still looks. This is Target. So this one So guys, I'm back. This is 7:52. So it's been about an hour and 32 minutes. Yeah. So it has proved nicely. Can you guys see it? Yeah. So so we're just going to, I was going to say we're going to need. No, we're not needing. So some people, if you want a thinner crust, I think you can divide this into two. It's up to you. But if you want a thicker crust like I do, then you don't have to use parchment paper. You don't have to, but I want to try something else. That's why I'm using parchment paper. And guys, okay, just lay it here. It's not perfect circle, but it will do. Thank you. It doesn't matter. It's my loved ones that are eating it. So I'm going to be using the sauce straight from the can, just because it's really light, so it's going to cook when it's in the oven. Mozzarella. You have to be generous with the cheese. I had a leftover piece of sausage. I know there's a lot of studies coming out now concerning sausages and pepperoni and co, but cooked meat. But if at all I'm to eat sausage, I usually buy this one from Aldi as well, and it doesn't have nitrate, it doesn't have sugar at all. So no preservatives, nothing, and it's 100% grass fed. So I think it's not cheap. Oh, it's just about 5 pieces or so, 6 pieces. Is it 5 or 6? Then my minced meat. I told you it's already pre-cooked. So this is our protein. So I'm adding the sausages now. And I put some onions. Some green pepper. Broccoli. I try to finish it because there's no point keeping it. So yeah, that's the oven telling me it's ready. So I'll bake this for about 15 minutes or until browned enough, and then yeah, it's ready. See you in 20 minutes.